Hi everyone, it's Epicharismatic. I'm making this video because I noticed an inaccurate statement was made by Adam McIntyre regarding Colleen Ballinger's return to YouTube. This is what he had to say.
Colleen Ballinger is a smart woman and she knows what she's doing. I know a lot of people would argue different, but Colleen Ballinger, first and foremost, posted this video within the 6-month window of her Toxic Gossip Train video, which, if you do not know, as a YouTuber, you have 6 months before YouTube demonetize your YouTube channel, basically for inactivity. So she has came back just within that window, really close to closing, so that she could keep monetization on her YouTube channel. So that is one of the main reasons she's posted this video now.
When I first watched this video, I took his word for it. I felt no need to fact check him on it, especially because the other reasons he gave for her returning to YouTube are true. However, I was tipped off to the fact that the claim isn't true by both H3H3 and Lily and Jesse from the Do We Know Them podcast.
Okay. I seen this theory floating around. As someone that's been on YouTube for a very long time and has had a lot of different channels who've been active and inactive throughout the years, there's no shot that this is
Really?
why. In my opinion, I mean, our fucking main channel is still monetized. I still get paid for that shit. I've never heard of a YouTuber's channel just being demonetized after 6 months for no reason because they disappeared. Lots of people don't even make videos that long.
True.
Or there are creators who make a couple videos a year. You know,
There's a few things surrounding this video, though, that kind of bothered me because one of the main fixations, and we were just texting about this, is that people were like, oh, she only came back so that she can make money on YouTube because if you don't post for 6 months, you stop making money. And I'm talking, this is the main conversation.
Yeah.
So many people are talking about this. That PR lady on TikTok is ranting about this. Like, that's the reason Colleen is back. And we're here to tell you that
It's
is
not
not a
true.
thing. Like, literally, it's so frustrating. And it takes two bitches who don't post on their main channel to know this. But Lily and I do not post on our channels for months. I mean, it's been a year.
It's been
for
over
you,
a
right?
year. Yeah, it's since we have done this podcast, I have not posted once on my main channel. Well, I would guess you don't call it a main channel anymore. But
I guess this is the main channel. So you still get checks,
I
correct?
sent you the email that I got today telling me that's like, oh, you have an AdSense payment coming, and it's like for $20. But
Yeah, I was about to say we may be getting paid $20 a month, but we still get our checks every single month because we are not demonetized.
All three of them confirmed that they still receive checks from channels they haven't posted on for over a year or maybe even longer, you know? All three of them said that's definitely not true. Unfortunately, this raises a red flag for me. Do I think Adam is lying about his personal experiences with Colleen? No. Do I think he's wrong about the other reasons he gave for her posting the video when she did? I already said no. However, for him to add in a false reason for her to come back hurts his credibility a bit. It makes me watch his videos while keeping in mind that he's not a neutral source of information. Obviously, he's never really been a neutral source of information about the story, but this statement makes me wary of future statements about Colleen's actions. It makes me go into his videos with the idea that he may add more details or pieces of evidence that aren't true to make people believe what he has to say about Colleen. I don't like that. It makes me think that if no one really calls him out on it, he may continue to make statements like this in worse ways. Like, he might do it more often, he might say things that are more harmful. And now I'm all for dragging her for what she actually has done, but I don't like dragging her for things she hasn't done. You know what I mean? Because what if Adam takes it too far? Do you know what would happen? Every single allegation he's made will come into question, and some people might not even believe any of them anymore. That's not a situation anyone other than Colleen herself would want, let alone Adam McIntyre. I'm going to keep an eye out for future comments Adam makes on this situation because I wonder how they'll progress. Up until now, Adam's been extremely consistent with his story, adding details that all fit in with things he's already said. I don't want to not believe him, but just as I'm picking at everything Colleen is doing, I'm doing the same with Adam, if I notice he's doing something wrong. Anyway, this video may be prophetic, or it may be much ado about nothing. Only time will tell. Personally, I hope it ends up being the latter. I hope this video just comes off as silly and paranoid, maybe petty, hypercritical at worst. I don't want to be right about this, but just as inconsistencies were discovered with Johnny's story, and it did turn out to be fake, I have to mention any inaccuracies or inconsistencies when I hear them coming from Adam. I hate to compare those two people, but both have made claims related to people on YouTube that turned out not to be true. Also, I do kind of want to be able to say I told you so if he gets in trouble for over exaggerating anything, or possibly even straight up lying. And again, I can't sit here and say Adam was lying in his video because he made this claim that if you don't post within 6 months of your YouTube channel, it gets demonetized. And so Colleen had to come in with a video within the 6-month period or else she's going to lose monetization. Like, I can't sit here and say, oh, he's definitely lying. There's malicious intent there. I can't say anything like that. I don't even really know. The only thing I really picked up on is, uh-oh, someone's not being consistent. Someone is saying something that's not true. That's dangerous. That is very dangerous territory, especially for someone like Adam, who has a vast majority of people believing him. But again, he's under a lot of scrutiny with this situation, especially because of Johnny. You can't underestimate Johnny's impact on this situation and on other victims' stories or potential victims' stories. So I don't think this is a good idea. I think this is very dangerous. I don't think you should do this. And I hope he doesn't ever end up resorting to lying about this, because he doesn't need to. Here's the thing. I do hear people sort of minimize Colleen's wrongdoings by saying, okay, well, she's grooming. Like, okay, she's grooming, quote unquote. But the vast majority of people think of grooming as a sexual crime. So they think of grooming in the traditional sense of an of age person, speaking to an underage person with the intention of entering a sexual relationship with them by the time that they're an adult. And no, that's not what Colleen did. We all know that's not what Colleen did. And I think it's possible that Adam, I mean, it's fair too that Adam's like frustrated that some people kind of minimize the story because it's not the most extreme story out there. But she did still like violate labor laws, for example, by using him as an employee, except he's unpaid and doesn't even really have a title, but he was still working for her. And she still did things that were morally corrupt. And don't even get me started on her brother. If you don't know about that, you're going to have to watch my other video, The Tale of Two Cancellations, comparing her with Shane Dawson, because that's where I talk about it a little bit. But she has enough bad things about her that have come out. Her reputation is ruined. I think that's enough, and I think Adam needs to understand that that's enough. If he feels this need to add like extra little details to help his case that aren't even necessarily true, it's, dude, you're good. You don't have to resort to lying or just generally saying false statements too soon to get your point across. People, the vast majority of people believe you. What do you guys think? Am I pulling these opinions out of thin air, or is this something worth picking up on? Obviously, no one else is talking about this online, but I do find it suspicious that Adam is making a hypothesis that is untrue. His other reasons are valid, but why did he add this false one? To me, I just can't shake that off. I can't let that go. It's something that I can't help but make a mental note of. So, tell me your thoughts and opinions about this in the comments section below, and I will see you all next time. Peace.